Hi, I'm Chris Cunnane, Research Director for Supply Chain Management at ARC Advisory Group. Joining me today is Gaven Simon, Research Analyst at ARC. Gaven, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
One of the major themes that we're seeing today across businesses is the renewed focus on sustainability. Can you give me a little bit about your background and how you got involved in sustainability?
Of course, I was thinking about this question the majority of today because I think everybody has this grand story of being born on a farm or near a forest and it being cut down when they're 8 years old. But sadly, I do not have that remarkable story or a heartbreaking story that gives somebody a motivation to work in sustainability. I work in sustainability because I grew up in Florida. My parents instilled this conservation and stewardship mentality in me. I was in Boy Scouts, and in high school, I did early college, and I was given that question of what do you want to study? What do you want to get into at the ripe age of 16 years old? So at that time, I was still pretty involved with horticulture. I did horticulture in high school, and I was just very aligned with what was going on and concerned with the environmental problems that were happening and while I was in high school. And so I decided to get into sustainability, and I'm so glad I did. During my time in college, I learned more about the environmental problems that were happening, and I took a Sustainability Challenge 2050 course, and that truly put me over the edge, and I switched my major from environmental science to sustainability studies and then I got my degree at the University of Florida in 2020. So I'm 2 years out, and I'm super excited to be now a analyst with ARC and working on the sustainability team. It's a true privilege.
And what do you enjoy about working within sustainability?
That's a great question. There's something to be said about not having the same day twice. And I think specifically working in sustainability, there's always going to be something new every single day. There's new headlines, there's new concerns, there's new points of progress. I just enjoy being able to learn and have the privilege of learning and being able to tell my superior, my manager, I read this great article last week. I would love to dive a little bit deeper into this topic, and him just giving me the green light. And it's been a great time, and I truly treasured the gift of learning.
Sustainability it's a broad term in a lot of ways. What are you currently researching and writing about now?
It's true, it is a very broad term. And the great thing about ARC is every single analyst that I've interacted with, very kind to start out with, down to earth people, but these people have been in the industry decades. They're researching the same thing for decades. I am out of college for 2 years, and I'm currently in the stage of my career where I'm discovering where I want to really put pen to paper and start my research. So I've been in a discovery mode right now. So I started out with a insight on ocean mining. That was my most recent one. And then I did an ESG data insight. And then I also started out with, which is blanking my mind right now, sustainable aviation fuels. And those 3 blogs are 3 or 4 completely in different areas. And I'm looking forward to doing my next research project on recycling windmill turbines and the blades. So I'm in my discovery mode, and I'm a little bit pressured to figure out where my niche is going to be, but I know I'm on my course for sure.
I actually read the article you wrote on sustainable aviation fuel. We ran that in Logistics Viewpoints, so it was
Thank you.
The logistics community appreciated that one too. So what do you see as really the hot button topics in sustainability over the next 3 to 5 years?
I think we see there's going to lately, we've been having these traditional companies moving and pivoting really quickly. I hope to see more on-the-ground efforts. I hope to see bigger goals. I want to see less words, more action. I also want to see more work on, I was in a session today, and she was discussing the storms and what happens after a hurricane. And is there any sustainability processes after a hurricane and or flood or earthquake? And I think that's something to look forward to and look into. America is spending billions and billions and billions of dollars of recovering and repairing cities in America. And I think having sustainability lens on that situation is very important. And I hope to see something like something down the line hopefully come out soon.
Well, as a recent college graduate, what's some advice that you can give to other people looking to get into the sustainability space?
Yeah, of course. So today at the ARC Forum, I was actually able to bring 2 people from the University of Florida that I attended. I had 2 peers that I kept in contact with. I think the most important thing for any college graduate is to foster those relationships, foster any relationships with your mentors, teachers, professors. You need to bump as many elbows, rub as many elbows as possible, especially we live in an age of remote work, and it's kind of impossible to get outside. It's not impossible, you have to be courageous and you have to actually put in work to go outside and meet people. And so I really think fostering relationships, especially within your industry, and the squeaky wheel will get the grease, and that's my advice for sure.
That's definitely some good advice. I want to thank you for joining me today and sharing your insights and advice on sustainability.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm Chris Cunnane from ARC Advisory Group. Thank you for watching.